This computer. Okay. All right. Well, welcome everyone to the call this evening. We're glad to have you on here. How's everyone's week been? Weekend, holiday, long weekend, if you had a holiday long weekend.
Good. I always enjoy my weekends when I'm off.
Yeah.
Productive. It was productive, so that's always nice.
Good.
Yeah, I think productive would be the word for mine. Sorry, Renee.
Yeah, I was just thinking I didn't come up with an icebreaker this evening, Nicole. I don't know if you have one.
Yeah. You guys want to start with an icebreaker? I think we did it last, well, not last Tuesday, but the Tuesday before, and I think it went really good. It was actually Angie's idea to do those on the team call. And Angie, you didn't get to make it on the one where we actually did our first icebreaker, and we did the whole 2 lies and a truth, and it was hilarious.
I love
so that was really fun.
Yeah. I think I wasn't very good at lying. I proved that I'm the worst liar there is.
I think I saw part of that, and I think you guys all exaggerated, like how long you guys were married or something along the lines. You guys kind of kept it the same. Like I would have been like, well, I was arrested in New Orleans, and I would have went way off campus.
I was born and raised in New York, and then
that's what it was.
Laughing.
I was trying to make mine sneaky, so I put that I was from Alabama, even though I'm from Florida, but my family is from Alabama, so I knew it would throw off because, like, I knew like Renee has known me and is like a close friend, so I was trying to even throw her off. So
yeah, because I was thrown off on that one. I was like, wait a minute.
So yeah, there I had one on my mind, but I don't know if we can like do it without giving you guys any like notice, but we can throw it out here and see what people come up with. It should be funny. So let's describe ourselves as a kitchen utensil. So if you had to tell you about yourself and describe yourself as a kitchen utensil, what kitchen utensil would you be and why?
I would be a whisk. Because it's cute, but I can beat that ass with it.
That's awesome.
You know, it's better than a wooden spoon, right? It's better than a wooden spoon. It looks harmless. It's kind of cute and different and silly looking, but you could beat some ass with it.
I love that one.
That is a good one.
I was thinking like a mixer, since I feel like I'm constantly, running around trying to put fires out or, take kids here, go there. So I'm just kind of mixing everybody together all the time.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that is a good one.
That's a good one.
Dang. Can I just listen in on this one?
You would be a coffee pot because you're perky.
Oh, that's a good one.
Aww.
I like that. Yeah, I'll go with that one. Thanks. See, she did it for me. I just love that. As I'm drinking coffee.
I knew that.
Who else?
I need to go open up my drawer. Look at all
I know,
this
that's what I'm doing. I look in my kitchen.
A mashed potato masher, and you mash those goals.
Look at you.
It's on a roll.
Like, I got
I think I spent too much time in the kitchen.
Oh, I've got mine. I don't even know what it's called, but I would be the the lemon squeezer thing, because I take lemons and like I take the crap and I turn it into something positive. So I take lemons and I make lemonade out of it.
Oh,
Nice.
so good. That's good. This is definitely easier for some than others. I'm the one to make lighthearted of this situation here.
Renee's like so uncomfortable with these icebreaker things. She's like, oh, okay, I gotta grow.
Yeah, I'll do it though.
All right, I got one.
Okay.
Probably, this is going to be funny. Probably the cupcake tin, because I tried to sweeten those around me, like make their day, or try to say something nice or do something nice to like brighten them up, or
Oh, you know what I thought of? The sifter. What's that? You know, like you can sift the powdered
Like the flour.
flour, like powdered sugar. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh, yeah.
around.
Sprinkle a little sugar on
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah, love it. That is a good
That totally fits you, Yadita. You definitely, like, you're all over. I've mentioned it to Renee before. Like, you're all over everyone's pages. Like, I'm always blown away. No matter who is in our group, like, I go and look, and you're on their post giving them some love. So, like, that's definitely fitting.
Mhm.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
So,
We have
Christina, did you want to share? You're like, no, don't put me on the spot here.
No, I don't have any that I can think of. I've been trying to think of everything I have in my kitchen, and I can't think of anything. Like a spatula, but what would that be? I can't even think of.
That's
anything
how I was. I
specific.
was just thinking of a spatula. What about like a hand mixer? What about that? Like the one thing from Pampered Chef. Like, you know, I'd had a party like a few years ago that I got suckered into, but I did like a lot of the stuff, and one of them was the rock crock. Have y'all heard of that? It like is the miracle pot that you can like grill with, you can cook on the stove, you can put in the oven and make a whole meal with one pot. I don't know, like I'm just
Multi-purpose.
Yeah, multitasking.
yeah.
If you're a multitasker,
Yeah, that's
which we all try to be right, but we all fail at because multitasking just doesn't work.
You know that thing I posted though, a little bit off subject, but not really. It said, I don't know if y'all saw that, but it said the like qualities of, was it a leader that can hinder you, like the top 10 qualities that you need to work on overcoming, and multitasking was one of them. And I like was like blown away, but at the same time I was like, it's so true, because especially in this business, like you can be so easy, like, oh, I'm talking to this person and this person, but really you need to just put it all down and focus on one at a time, and like really,
No, top successful people know that multitasking is a myth, and you need to focus on getting one thing done before moving to the next.
Yeah.
So it's funny because I worked for a man that one of his trick questions in an interview was asking people about multitasking, because he did not want you to try to multitask and he wanted you to be focused. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of my kids is up, so I'm going to have to sneak away from you guys for just a second.
Okay. But yeah, there's tongs. I don't know. I guess we can let it pass. I mean.
Well, Christina, I was thinking, since you said spatula.
Yeah.
I mean, with a spatula, you mix things, right? So you bring the parts together into a whole. So maybe you're more like a person that takes pieces and sees the bigger picture, puts the puzzle together.
Yeah, I'd say I do that a lot at work. So that's a good analogy.
Or when you said that, I thought, wow, spatula, you flip things over. So you transform all of your clients into what they want to be. So you're flipping them into their transformation.
Oh, yeah, that's a good analogy too.
That is awesome. Man, this is like a gift of yours. Like, wow, I'm blown away. That's awesome.
I never knew it was, but I guess.
I mean, we learn something new about ourselves all the time, right?
It might be something to use on, like, in challenge conversations, you know, like just talking, you know, just posting something like that, you know, hey, today I think I'm a spatula and I'm going to transform you by flipping you over. You know, I don't even know how you put that in there, but it might be something to use on posts.
Yeah, or it'd be a fun live video if you're in, do those. Also, I've seen one very successful cousin coach of ours on our team, Leslie Davis, and she has her business page, which is called Fit Simple, and you can go check it out. But she really does icebreakers left and right on there because social media is all about engagement. So when you go up and you can look up icebreakers and then just post those on social media to try to get people talking. Like I did one not too long ago about toilet paper and which way do you put your toilet paper. And it blew up. Like people were tagging all these. It was shared a bunch of, like, people I wasn't friends with were commenting all over it. I mean, like even posting pictures of like the history behind the invention of the toilet paper roll and exactly how it was meant to be. But like people want to share that type of stuff. So that's like awesome, thinking about like icebreakers for you and like posting that because,
I think that's a really good idea because I feel like my last free group that just ended last week was so quiet. And like, even when I would like prompt, I'm like, hello. I felt like I was getting chirps all the time. So something like that probably would have been helpful because it was more of, how'd you do today? How was your water? Not a yes, no question, but not something I really got a lot of replies to either.
Yeah. And I find like my free group I did, not this past week, but the last month one was dead. Like I felt like I was pulling teeth to try to get engagement.
Yeah.
And this one I did, it's over and they're still posting. There's like 7 people still trying to run this group, even though it is over. And I'm like, it's just so funny. Like you just never know how those are going to turn out sometimes. But yeah, the more engagement with those type of things, I think that's a great idea. Like icebreakers and any way to get them talking right away and opening up.
Mm-hmm.
So, Cassandra, are you going to post that in our 30-day group tomorrow? Let's ask them what kitchen utensil they would be and why. I think that's a good idea.
I think I understood that you broke up a little bit.
Oh, I said, do you want to post that in our 30-day challenge group tomorrow? Let's ask them what kitchen utensil they would be and why, just for fun.
Sure. I can do that.
Oh, another one I got a lot of engagement from before as an icebreaker was which 7 dwarf would you be and why? That was a really funny one.
That's funny. Maybe we'll have to do that for next Tuesday's call.
Yeah. If you were one of the 7 dwarfs, which one would you be?
It's funny that you say that because I had a sweater that I wore forever. And I actually, after I retired it, people said, you wore that sweater all the time. But it was just like a jacket, so I just threw it on all the time. But it was grumpy. And so like the zipper, one side would say grump and the other side say E or whatever. Anyways, everybody made fun of me. 30-year-old woman walking around with the grumpy sweater.
Oh my gosh. That's like one of those sweaters that's like, don't approach me because I'm grumpy.
Well, at the time I worked for the county as a caseworker, I had a reason to be grumpy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we wanted, Nicole and myself talked about maybe just having our focused conversation for tonight, where we can just kind of feed off of each other about what works and get ideas. Last week we did on clean eating groups and getting ideas off of each other on what works and what, may not work as well, and ways to really get those groups really going. So if you hadn't listened to that one, that may be a good idea, is to go back and listen to that on clean eating groups. And it was towards the end, obviously, because we did the icebreaker in the beginning. But this week, because a lot of us have finished our clean eating groups, we wanted to kind of transition and just kind of chat with each other about inviting and connecting, and how you do that. Like, how do you transition your free group members into challengers, and what that kind of looks like to you, or what you envision that to be, or if you have some sort of plan that you want to execute every month to make that happen, and what works for you and what you found doesn't work. So, and we'll just kind of go from there and just see how the conversation goes. But yeah. Should I start? Or who wants to start? You want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay,
Go for
it. For this particular clean eating group, what I do is I always start my groups off, and I try to get to know them, because I feel like clean eating groups are all about making new friends and building connections with them and relationships. It's an easy way when it's a clean eating or a fitness group to transition into connecting with them on their health and fitness goals. So a lot of times I'll start by saying something like, what inspired you to join the clean eating group? Do you have any particular health and fitness goals you're working towards? Which gets the conversation going for me right away into their goals, which it makes it easy for me to transition them into, well, this is what I can offer you to continue moving forward towards that goal that you have for yourself. So that works really well. I also will, and what I've done is I go through each person at the end of the group, and I say, look, I have another group that I would love to plug you into that is similar to this one, but is longer and is more one-on-one support with meal plans, your fitness, and then me as your coach working one-on-one with you towards your health and fitness goals. Can I send over some more information on that? And then I usually get sure, and then I send over first, what is your goals? And there's different ways of doing this, and we'll find that out. But that's what I do. As I right after that, I'll say, great, I'm excited to get more information to you right away. Would you mind sharing with me what your health and fitness goals are right now, so that I can get you going? And then they'll share those with me, and then that's when I tailor my conversation towards what I recommend based on their goals. So yes, I would love to help you lose those 30 pounds and overcome XYZ. And this is how we're going to do it. And I have been really steering towards the all access challenge pack, because it has something for everyone. And then I just recommend a couple programs out of that to them. And that's been very successful for me. So I'm pretty much, skeletoning the same things in those conversations, but tailoring it specifically to that individual based on what they've shared with me and opened up about. And I always thank them for opening up and letting them know that I know that that's not always easy to share those things. But yeah, it's been going pretty well. But yeah, so that's how I usually transition from a clean eating group. And I also do create events. And I'll message the people I invited to the event, because a lot of times they won't see the event. And I'll say, did you get my event invite to the whatever I called it challenge? I would love to know your thoughts. And I leave it at that, and then wait for a response. And then if they don't respond, I'll say, did I lose you? So that kind of is a little bit about how I tailor my next.
I was really happy. I'm sorry. I was really happy to find out that the all access is going to continue. A little disappointed that it's only 2 points for success points, but at least it's still going to continue. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was thinking that they were going to raise the price for sure. Like, I haven't heard about the price yet. Did you hear?
They said on the wake up call that it was still going to be the $199.
That's awesome, because I did hear like that, they were thinking of upping that, but that's really,
and we just get 2 success points instead of 3. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a fun bonus having that the past couple of months. For sure. But that is awesome too, because did y'all know that now we get 2 Success Club points for Shakeology, where we've always had 1 for Shakeology home direct. So that is awesome too. So I feel like, yeah, that's a pro and con there for sure. But
right.
Definitely awesome that Shakeology by itself is 2 points now.
So one of the things that I found really useful, because I've really played with my free groups, and for a while I wasn't really utilizing my free groups. Like, I was running them and I saw it as, oh, I'm just adding followers and I'm adding followers and I'm getting followers. And I wasn't really utilizing what I had. And then all of a sudden it hit me like that these people will actually join you from a free group right into a paid challenge group if you do it right. Like, if you really plug into that group and you really give them like a great experience, then that you'll get such a big turnout. And what I found that really worked for me is going live in the groups. And doing that quite frequently. Like, I, especially towards the end, like the last couple of days, really going live in there and like trying to pump up that energy in the group. And basically the day that I felt like, okay, now you got to like really go all out and basically like go for the knockout, is Water Wars. Does everyone do Water Wars? I feel like Water Wars Day, that's the day you're getting people to do videos, you're getting people really engaged, and those are the people. Those people that are willing to do those Water War videos, those are your people. And, those are the people that you really want to, like, target and, like, what did you get out of this? And then, like, I don't know if you guys do prizes, but I really make a big deal out of my prizes, even though they're pretty small. I make it a pretty big deal that they're getting this prize. So I go live about the prize, and I'll go live like a couple times about the prize. Like, I'll be like, guys, stay tuned. I'll be announcing the prize tonight to try to get people, engaged that last day.
And what are your prizes, Nicole? I forget.
So I like to do 2 that I thought worked really well. And one is for the person what did I do? Oh, I just did a random drawing. So I had everyone share my post about the free clean eating group. So they had to share it to their page and ask people to join. And if they did, then they entered a drawing to win. And I either do a packet of Shakeology, or I think it's like $10 off of a challenge pack order, and I let them choose which one they want. So I've had people that are serious say, I want the $10 off the challenge pack because I'm ready to join. And then I've had others, choose the Shakeology or whatever. But and it also gives me the option too, if I don't have Shakeology challenge, or if I don't have Shakeology samples, then I can just say that they get, a certain amount off of their challenge pack.
That's good.
I think I'm going to sneak off, guys, and try to lay him back down, and I'll be right back.
Okay. Anybody else have any tips that they do when it comes to closing out their clean eating groups and
I've only had one.
That's okay.
I mean, and I guess the only thing I did do, and it's not really my tip, it's something I heard, is, I private messaged each person after the end and, asked, what did you like? What didn't you like? More for myself, I think. I wanted to hear some of those negative things so that going forward, maybe I could change them or improve them or tweak them or whatever. But some I got, some I didn't. A lot of this first one was like my friends, my family, So some of them was, some were honest and saying, this, that, or the other, but most of them didn't even reply.
Yeah. I see that happen a lot. And when I say, like, did I lose you or something like that, a lot of times they'll respond, no, I'm so sorry, I just got busy, or I've been sick, or there's so much that can happen in life that can keep people from responding. And it's like, they probably were just like looking and then forgot, that they had, and then it doesn't show you anymore. Like, it's tough because you open up a message and then you don't, you have to scroll to find it again, or like, you don't have that notification anymore. So that's why I think that follow-up is so important. And, that's what I've been doing all day today, almost on and off through my mom cracks and over the weekend is, messaging them, asking them if they want more information. And if they haven't responded, I'll say, did I lose you? I'd love to know your thoughts. Did you get my previous message, or just something? And then, or if I get farther than that, I just say, the same thing. So like if they do share their goals with me, and then I give them all the information and they haven't responded about it, I'll say, I just want to make sure I didn't drop the ball on you in any way, because I know that you really want to overcome XYZ, whatever they shared with me their goal is. And I know how important that is, and I really want to help you do that. Let me know where you stand with everything. Is this still something you want to do? Chat soon. And, always saying too, I know you're busy and I respect your time, but I really find that when I follow up, it's so much better. Like, that's where everything happens, is when I follow up with people. And
I really like that I hope I didn't drop the ball, because it's putting it back on you. They don't feel that need to, oh, I was sick, or oh, I forgot, or I seen it, but I didn't really want to reply. So It takes that off of them. I like that.
Like, I didn't want to drop. I know you said you were so interested, and I just want to make sure that, I'm not dropping the ball in any way. Yeah, that definitely works really well with the follow-up. And one thing that really spoke to me a few months ago, that I guess it was like one of those ahas, was that when my coach, and, always looking back on your experience into joining, and because, they're in your shoes before you started doing this, so they don't always know everything. And when my coach first invited me, I had no clue, and I was actually very judgmental, and I talked a lot of crap about what she was offering me. And I'm just being totally blunt. I wasn't ready for it. I was a Zumba girl, and I had my Frappuccino. Like, I was not in any place to get in her accountability group. And she kept following up with me, and that showed that I mattered to her. And I think that was what made me join her. I know it was, because I would have probably joined with whoever, and I actually went on my own time online to go buy it myself, like, not even thinking, because I didn't quite understand everything. So by following up and always being there, they know that you actually really do care about them. Because in my opinion, if someone forgets about me and doesn't follow up with me, then I don't really even matter to them anyways. My goals aren't even that important to them. And I want someone that really, my goals matter to them. So, I mean, thinking about that when you're following up to that, you're not being mean. You're not bothering them. You're actually being a good person by showing them that they matter.
And what are you doing to track?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, one of the things that I've started doing, and I don't know if anybody else does this, I don't think I actually heard this anywhere, is just trying to keep everything situated in my mind, is I started making like little tabs so that I can keep track of, like, I have one person that's really into horses, so I made note of that, so that when I see something that she's posted, I know she really likes horses, so I make sure to comment on those types of things. Or if I have that private message, how is, I can't remember her name right now, her horse's name, I have it wrote down. But, how is Betty Sue, the horse, just checking in, showing her that I'm paying attention.
That's so important. And I think making those little notes that sets you apart in the crowd by making sure that, you know those little things about them, like making a note in your calendar when they're due, if they're, pregnant, or if they, are having surgery and they can't join right now. Well, putting that on your calendar when they're having surgery so that you can follow up with them. So you're showing them that it's not just about, the sale or the challenge or whatever. It's really about you and me wanting to help you. So I'm going to take that extra step to wish you a happy birthday and check on you after surgery and see if everything went okay, because I do care. So I think that that really just sets you apart when you do that. But Angie, did you have a question?
Yeah, I'm just wondering what method you use to track. Like, I have this lovely book that Nicole gave me, and I made my own tabs. But it's a lot of writing, and I'm kind of between old school and you guys doing everything on your phone. But I find I'm just going through my old messages and looking and following up, and I don't think that's probably the most efficient. So just wondered what you guys use. But it sounds like you maybe put some stuff on calendars. But gosh, I mean, I have like lists of people that I follow up with every day, or kind of on a rotating schedule.
Have you checked out
Teams? Handwrite their names.
Sorry,
I haven't yet. I haven't. I have that down on my to-dos to check that out. Is that what it's like, that CRM that we were talking about?
Yeah. So everyone,
okay.
Once you talk to them, you're adding them to Teamsy. I'm not a part of it yet. I was just
sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, but what I can do is I have it pulled up right now because that's what I've been using. But for the longest, I wasn't using it. I was using pen and paper, but I found this is very effective as far as nobody gets left behind. And I can really quickly, if you want, just screen share and show you exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
Yeah, so let me see if I can.
Yeah, me too. I keep going back and forth and I'm undecisive about it. So
I'm sold. I just need to sign up because
see this?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically you go in and it starts you out with creating your why. So you put why it's important for you to be a coach, and you actually, or what you want to achieve in this business. And then you can go in and it'll actually put your daily goals. It'll edit them based on the income you want to achieve in the year, and tell you exactly how many, oops, I don't know what I just hit. But it'll tell you exactly how many people you need to be contacting. So that is way more than what I was supposed to. Today's been a good day for me, but I want to I'm trying to show you my daily goals so you can see.
So you're typing their name in here and putting notes in here, so
Yes. So
or can you copy and paste from? I guess you could copy and paste, from Facebook.
No, they actually have it. They give you in here scripts where you can, say you want to connect with someone and you need an idea for following up. They give you all these ideas on it. You can actually send direct emails straight to their email through this. So you don't have to go to your email address. You can just go to here and email them. But the way your contacts get inputted is they can walk you through inputting all of your email contacts and your phone contacts that can just like get inputted. And also you can upload all of your friends lists, like all of your Facebook friends can go straight into this software. So they're all just
Perfect.
So you export it
Okay.
basically. You export from Facebook to here.
And the same
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
And the same with your Coach Online Office. It does the exact same thing. And so it'll tell you, you know, who you need to follow up with. And then you can rank them and from like, you know, a 1 to 5, and it'll automatically give you a notice to follow up with someone based on where you rank them. So you don't have to actually put a date on there if you don't, you know, want to. But
So show me where the notes are. Like, okay, so where do you go in and type like your conversations with these people?
So let me go to this one, I think. Okay, so here, what I did was, this is a connect, and if I'm just gonna, if I want to pull her up all the way. Okay, so this is, I was supposed to follow up with her on the 20th is what I had, and you can tag them to like, based on what you've spoken about, like with them. So, you know, if they're pregnant, you can, you know, I'm not going to give them that tag, but you can tag them so they'll be grouped into that category. Or if they're a coach or what program they're doing, you can basically organize the person based on whatever you want. That's totally up to you on how you want to run that. And then you can move them from prospect to customer to coach based on where they are. And even with coach, you can move it to, you know, are they your PS coach, a fellow coach, you know, team coach, like a cousin coach, or are they in your downline? You can, you know, get all their information here and get those notifications. Then you
Can you free type anywhere? Like,
Yes.
is there a space where you can just put your own notes? Oh, I see it now. Notes.
Yeah, so there's those notes, and then there's the activity feed, which is when I've hit like connect and I've actually connected with them, and then I set myself a reminder, and then it gives you like, how did you connect with them, and if you invited them, what kind of invite did you do? And so basically what I did was I copied and pasted exactly what our conversation was.
Is this synced to your phone? Like, can you sync it to your phone where you get the reminders on your phone?
I don't. I work just from my desk with this at right now, but I did.
Do you know if it's available?
I think they did come out with an app, and I'm just, you know, behind on things. But I did just get an email saying that they did do some sort of app with it too. But yeah, and I'm not quite sure on.
And is
And
there
how
a
much
cost
do you pay
to
a
this?
month? Oh, sorry.
I think we said the same thing.
Oh.
Yes. So, and then it shows you like you can mark your vital behaviors if you did those as well on top of the other things. But this one is $29.95 a month. There is another one called One Page CRM that I used before this one, and it's $12 a month. So that's a lot less, but it's not, I feel like, as Beachbody oriented based. I mean, this is very like, this is exactly for a coach and their business. So that's why I feel, you know, I just feel like this has been the most organized. I'm trying to figure out how to get off of screen share now, and I'm lost.
So
Did it come
this
with a
isn't
tutorial,
directly
I
related
assume?
to Beachbody?
Okay, so they don't work, they're basically their own company, and they target Beachbody coaches.
Gotcha.
but they do go to the Beachbody events. They were at the coaches summit in Nashville, so they were staying at the hotel with us. Like, so you know, the creator was there. He was doing all the training, so he's very invested in coaches and what their needs are and how this business works, so that they can better help serve coaches and help them be successful with their businesses. The one-page CRM is just a CRM. It's just a way of tracking your customers and clients. It does the same thing. You can import all your contacts in there the same way, but you can't set your goals the way you can with Teamzy. So Teamzy, like if you set an income goal, it'll tell you, you need to be inviting this many people a day. You need to be contacting, you know, this many new people each day, making this many new friends. Like, it gives you that to do. And like, usually my day is around 5 contact, or I think it's 7 prospects a day, and like 5 coaches and 3, you know, and 5 customers. So it's not a lot. Today was just a very heavy day because I had a lot to get done, and usually my weekends I try to spend as much with my family, so I have a lot to get done when, you know, there's a longer weekend. So because this is our business, we can work as, you know, when we want. So sometimes you know, some days are a little bit heavier on, you know, catching up than others, but it's for once made me feel really organized. And I'm like, oh my goodness, yes, I have to follow up with this person. I can go right in there and, you know, have Teamzy up while I'm using my phone and follow, you know. So
I'm sold. I'm signing up tomorrow.
It's definitely really been helpful, but I
like
mean,
for $30 a month, and it tells me, like, based on the income that I want to make, exactly what I need to do. That's a no-brainer to me. Like, that's going to pay for itself.
Oh, and it graphs so when you hit sale and you put that you sold that challenge, it graphs all of that for you and shows you, like, if you're on the right, you know, track for everything. It's great. And it helps you treat this business like a business, because that's the main thing is, what do you want? If you're a hobby coach and this is a hobby for you, Teamzy may not be something you want to invest in. But if you're really wanting to make this a business, then treating it like a business and having some form of organization that works. I mean, when you're starting out as a new coach, though, you know, a lot of people start off pen and paper, you know, until they grow their network. And as you grow a lot of people, you may, but at the same time, if you start right off the bat with Teamzy, you may grow a lot faster, and nobody's going to, you know, get left behind. Because there's a lot of times that, because I'm scrolling through my messengers, I'm like, oh crap, I was supposed to respond to her 2 months ago. I feel so horrible. What am I going to, like, I feel so bad. And, you know, it's hard to come back from those when you feel like,
I think as a new coach, that if I'm growing my downline, this would be something I would offer them. I will pay for your Teamzy for the first month and do a tutorial and show them how to use it, because they won't want to do business without it. I mean, that's $1 a day. And I spent hours writing and flipping, and the frustration, and time is money, and just feeling, you know, scattered. Even I think this is something that I might offer any coach that is really going to do this. I'll pay for your first month, and then they're just naturally going to want to do it. And it's going to make them successful.
Yeah, I really like it. I mean, it's 100 times better than my little tabs.
Yeah. And it reminds you, like, your why is right there as you're working. So you're reminded why you're doing this every day, and why this is important to you, and what you want to accomplish for others, your family, like whatever your goals may be in life, you know.
Think about how much you can get done in that power hour. When you sit and you have this telling you exactly what you need to do and who you need to follow up with, like, I just can't even imagine.
Right. And I've already thought to myself, you know, I'm in the first, you know, 30 days of this, and I've already got like pages that I look through. I can't even imagine when I get where I hope to get. of all the pages I would have to go back and look through to be able to go, oh yeah, this is the conversation I had with this person, so this is what I need to follow up with, because it's going to grow to outside my ability to keep track of.
Oh, girl, it's
Or I
crazy.
hope so.
I have notebooks on top of notebooks that I'm like, okay, wait a minute. And I'm like going back to.
Yeah.
So, Renee, my other question is,
lifesaver.
do they have anything, do they have it set up based on groups? Like, can you put in, like, can you lump people into one group? Oh, you can, because you can make that note, like where you were showing pregnant. So you could literally put like November 2017 challenge free group.
Mm-hmm.
On every single person, and then you have your entire free group right there.
Right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. People that RSVP'd specifically to that challenge on your event, and also, you know how you use Evernote for your responses. You can input your own scripts in there just like Evernote, and then just take those out, and you can send direct emails through there. You won't have to go outside it into your email address. You can go straight in there with it and email people, your free customers, all of that gets imported into that you get from Beachbody, as an Emerald coach and Success Club. You get those free leads, so you can just email them through Teamsy, or like you do, you're inviting and send them, what's your email address? Well, you just go to Teamsy, type in their email address, copy, paste, whatever you have, and send through Teamsy, and it's done.
So
What email address
email
are you using? Yeah, are you having a separate email? Is it a Teamsy email, or is it you got to put in like whatever email account you want?
Yeah.
I would hate for stuff to get sent to spam.
No, it's just whatever email address you want. Like, it gets sent like it is you. So I connected my Crane Fitness at Gmail, so I have a business email address.
Perfect.
And it goes just like as if it were me straight from my Gmail.
Nice. And so if they reply, does it go into like your inbox on your phone, so you don't have to be on the computer to see?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay,
it'll go to your phone. It'll go to your email.
I just looked up the apps, and it doesn't look like they have an app, but maybe that's something they're working on.
Yeah, there was a tutorial. Like, I got an email, and I'm gonna have to go back and look through it, but they sent me something about working on that. They offer like trainings. See, I'm still like, not too, I don't have, I don't know.
Oh, we're going to be pros, because I'm signing up tomorrow. We're going to like do all the tutorials, and I just see this taking our team to the level we want. Like Andy said, if we train every new coach when they first come on that this is a given, this is what's going to like make their business, because I feel like it is the hardest part of this business, is inviting people, messaging people, and keeping up with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's so true. And it's a business expense. Like, I just did my taxes, all of that went into it. I mean, you're investing in your business, and I mean, it is a write-off.
I was just getting ready to say that a while ago, and then I forgot all about that. But yeah, I was thinking it's a complete write-off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you look at it that way.
Is. And so many things are.
Speaking of, does anybody have accountants that are good at doing taxes for Beachbody coaches? Because I've never had to worry about it.
Well, I'm in Georgia, but mine I love. Like, he's been able to work wonders, but I can tell you exactly what he's writing off for me, which is pretty much everything. Like, he's like, at the end of the year, like, based on how much you've spent, like, if you want to, like, break even in the business or whatever, go buy some workout equipment, because all of that is a write-off. Like, any clothes you're buying for your fitness, any your workout space, that's that square footage of your house, that's a write-off.
Angie, you live in Colorado, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'll send you my accountant's information, because he's amazing and he does all of the same stuff.
Yeah.
Because in my day job, I work from home. So even though I work for a business, I work from home. So he's already, I'm an employee, and he's still able to write off half my stuff.
But damn girl, I should have talked to you 3 years ago. I work from home too. I'm writing off my whole block because I walk the block when I'm on conference calls.
Yeah. So I will send you.
I'm writing off my neighbor's house.
Right?
The only thing, Angie, is you'll have to remember to say my name because they're closed CPA. So unless you know somebody in it, you can't get in.
Sweet. Definitely send me that referral. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Would you send him to me? Would you send the information to me as well?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's.
Are you in Colorado too?
I am.
I didn't know that.
I'm right here in Thornton.
Nice.
But yeah, I think Summit, that trip in July, everything, save every receipt, every meal, all of that's a write-off, gas money. There's so much, computers. And those, that's what he said, buy things like that depreciate because that's like a double write-off. And I don't understand all that. He just told me that recently, but he's like, when you buy a computer, it depreciates automatically, or a phone, so it's like a double write-off.
Yeah.
So
the only thing with a cell phone that I've been told is you have to use it a certain amount of percentage of the time solely for that purpose. And if you wiggle from that, then they can come back and audit you and not be pretty. Mm-hmm. So my phone is probably, like my cell phone is probably the only thing that I don't include in that, just because I don't want to have to go through the hassle of saying, well, was I on it enough business-wise?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's hard to track that. That's the same with what he said is get your oil changed at the beginning of every year so that they can keep track of your money. I'm totally whenever I go in there, I'm like, I hate this. This is the worst part of my year.
Yeah.
I don't like numbers, and he does all the math for me, and I just tell him and show him.
But the gas is really worth it because I think right now, I don't think it's changed recently, but it's 58 cents a mile. And so that's national. So that's not Colorado, that's national. So 58 cents a mile just to go see somebody, or if you're going to have lunch with someone, or if I go and meet Angie for lunch and we talk about Beachbody for a half a minute, we can write that gas off.
Mm-hmm.
And happy hour every Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I was just thinking, Angie, yours and Megan's meeting. That's a write-off.
Yes.
I've seen
that.
Yes,
Olive Garden, writing that off. That bottle of wine. That one glass of wine we shared.
Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, no, I think Teamsy, if they're serious when and that's also whenever you're bringing on a new coach, what their goals are is always so important right off the bat, because if they're in it to win it, then they need Teamsy. If they're in it to just, help a few people and get a discount, then Teamsy may not be a great option for them. So I think it's, case by case, but.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lifesaver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Angie, I bet Rebecca will be all over this.
Yeah, when she gets back from New Mexico, I don't know if her and her husband are coming back this week or what. She usually walks down here once a week, but this is going to be a definite. That's a no-brainer. $1 a day, and just the amount of frustration and organization, just not feeling successful. I love stuff like this that tracks. Like Renee said, it tracks when you've made the sale. It tracks probably how many times you've seen them. It gives you that clear goal. And if I've contacted 20 people, if that's how many I'm supposed to, at least I can feel successful, that I'm staying on track. And it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. And this will help, especially Becky, because she's feeling, not taking advantage of feeling successful for those little successes, like gaining just friends on her Facebook. So you're right. Sorry, I'm just rambling, but yeah, you're right. This would be perfect for her. Yeah.
And,
I think it's a good award.
I'm in that Emerald 101 class right now, or training, whatever you want to call it. And there was some kind of sheet that you could print out and track all this stuff. And I was literally going to print it out. And I'm like, okay, here we go, more paper. And I'm so glad I didn't print a bunch of those today, because it was just posted today, because I would have thrown all that paper in the trash.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, I do think this one, is good. This was one of them, the 12-week year participant workbook.
No, that one I want to use. I'm talking about the little individual paper that tracks your contacts and your goals for your contacts and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I saw that.
I was going to print that.
Yeah, Teamsy does all of that. So
yeah.
And if you're competitive even a little bit, like that's what I love about it too, because it's like 73% complete, and I'm like, I got to get to that 100 before I can go to bed tonight, you know.
Well, and that's what happened to me in the coach, the first training, is I went and I didn't realize it until later on, because I wasn't one that was like hugely invested in the personal development stuff. I was like, whatever. Well, then I went and it shows your grade. And because I hadn't done the personal development for every day, I only had like a 60%. I was like, oh, hell no. I went back and redid all my personal developments, and then I found value in it. I'm like, well, that kind of boosted my energy to like, okay, now I need to make some contacts because I really want to do this. And so it not only did I get my 100%, but it also sold me on that personal development every day.
Yeah, I actually was sad when that ended because I was really digging like having to hit that that I did my workout. Like every morning I woke up like I can't wait to hit that I did my workout and my PD, and like, you know, I think that's that's just my competitive. That's why everybody's like, Renee, you're like, what are you doing? Like my coach is like, you were cracking me up in there. You got first place in the business starter academy for new. I'm like, I'm gonna do it every month from now on. Like, I wish we just had that just to like log every day, but we do have it in.
We should have it connected somehow to our challenge groups.
Yeah, that does the app. The app, and Angie, you use the app, don't you? Do you use, or did you not like the app? I can't remember.
I just used it when we were doing the health bet. But yeah, we just didn't feel as connected. You know, we were doing everything on Facebook, then some were doing the app. It was wishy-washy, or, you know, wishy-washy. It was willy-nilly. I don't like the app personally. I don't like the phone. I like to talk on the phone and look at Facebook, but I have to do all my work on a computer. It needs to be big. I have my readers.
Yeah.
I don't like the app.
My husband gets on to me. He's like, Renee, I don't want to see you sitting on the couch working anymore. Like, you need to sit at your desk because you're more productive that way. And like when I'm, you know, sitting around, like, I mean, I just need my laptop wherever I am, and I need to be sitting there, you know, really having everything here, because then I'm not as productive, I feel like, as I could be.
Well, I hate to, but I have to go get my girl ready for bed, so I'm going to have to let go. But thanks. This was very helpful. I'm very excited about some of the information I found, especially Teamsy. So thank you so much, and I will talk with you guys next week, and I will send you guys the information for the CPA.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Night.
Yeah, we have gone for a while, but this has been good. Like, I feel like
it's good stuff.
And organization, I know, for the team as a whole has been, you know, your vibe attracts your tribe.
Yeah.
Your vibe attracts your tribe. I think we need a coach playbook. You know, I really want to start promoting coaches and getting coaches, you know, ever since I think it was, 3 weeks ago when we really started talking about doing the coaches, and I was getting a better understanding of it. And so we have in my day job, we have playbooks, and this would be, the Teamsy would be a playbook, you know, the cadence of when to, you know, how to interact with people in your group, what makes it successful, all those apps that you guys shared with us, you know, to use, like, I don't use the ones you guys use, but if we just had, you know, and that's what I started doing here, is just kind of putting together a playbook, you know, the sites that helped me. And like, I was talking to Cole today, and she had given me some tips that she had given Megan early on. And I'm like, you know, these are tips and tricks that we need to be tracking. So I could just give them on to Becky, she's not here, or whoever I sign up next. Just kind of a starter kit. I don't know. So I'm starting to gather some of that, but I love all this good information.
I think that's like really helpful, and definitely something that we need as a team for sure to to really, because that's the biggest thing right now. I mean, we need more people to help more people. That's just the bottom line. And yeah, having it where it's very duplicatable. It has to be. And that's been, one of those things. Like, there used to be a manual, but I didn't even like that much. It wasn't like a playbook. And so, like something like that.
The first 30 days was okay, but when you're so new, the first 30 days was kind of overwhelming. And until I had these calls with you guys, I didn't really have a place to put everything that they were telling me. Mm-hmm. So, I think the first 30 days are good, but maybe we need to say, hey, repeat it. Cause I think I'm gonna go back and repeat it because now I have a place to put everything they're telling me. And I have a little bit of experience and I've tried some things. And so now I think it would probably be better served for myself to go back and do that again and take a look at that. And I don't know, I can't even really remember all the stuff. I just remember I was so overwhelmed and didn't really know what to do with the information. So I think that's what I might do is go back and take a look at that, see if there's any value. I can let you guys know. And probably Cassandra's going through it right now, right? Her first 30 days or whatever that is. Do you remember, Nicole, what is that called? Like your first 30 days or can't remember.
Well, it's changed now, right?
Yeah, it's changed up, but you're talking about that 30-day group when you first started.
No, it wasn't a group. It was like what to do in your first 30 days as a coach or your first, I'll have to find it now. But it was just so much information. I was like, oh my God. I think he sent it to me in an email. So it was like one of those things to do, and it was a link. And I don't think it was a Team Fit Revival.
I probably sent you to your coach online office, like your back office where it has the training for new coaches.
Maybe that's what it is.
And it has like
in your first 30
days. And then, I bet that's what it was.
Yeah, I think so. So I'm going to revisit it and see if that's something that I can, maybe even tell Becky or just know from a learning experience that maybe your first 30 days, look at it, but don't be overwhelmed by it. Just kind of, be familiar with what to look out for. And then after your first 30 days, go back and do it again. Or after 2 months, go back and see if there's any new nuggets or something. But
yeah.
I would love, guys, to plan maybe one Tuesday night that it's just a mastermind call, and we get on here and plan like the playbook, like you're talking about, Angie, and just all bring our ideas together and take notes and start putting something together like that for our new coaches that are coming on board. Because I do think that
like a piece, it won't be overwhelming.
Yeah,
each do a piece of it. Yeah.
I do think that's definitely probably one of our biggest opportunities right now is onboarding coaches and getting them started right without feeling overwhelmed and quitting in that first, 1 to 2 months.
Yeah, because the way we're really taught is just to make sure they know that it's okay to feel overwhelmed, that it's normal. And not everybody learns the same way, and some people shut down from that overwhelming feeling where some people are just like, I don't even care, just keep giving me information. But I want to help everybody be successful, not just the ones that are like, I'll take whatever you throw at me, because even if you do get overwhelmed, you have just as much potential to be successful in the long run if you're trained the right way. So yeah,
I agree.
I think that's an awesome idea to do like a mastermind and come up with a good, playbook and, maybe section it off. We'll get into it later, but yeah, it's got my wheels turning.
Yeah, for sure.
So
anybody else got anything else? It's been an awesome call tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so pumped up on caffeine right now. Like my leg is just like shaking away. I'm going to be up for a while.
What are you cleaning tonight?
I have all those messages I told you about that I have to sit and respond to.
Nice. Yeah, I'd be cleaning. I'd be like, oh, caffeine, I need to clean.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you, ladies. This was really super helpful, and I really like the interaction, and I love getting to know everyone, and icebreakers I think are super cool. So thanks for taking feedback and doing it.
Yeah, thanks for the idea. This is the second time now. I think it is definitely something we'll be incorporating with every call.
Mm-hmm. I think we
Love it.
learn so much from each other. All right. Well,
All right, ladies.
have a good night.
Good night.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.